Welcome to Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde. I'm Trevor, and this is Kat, and together we're taking you along on our wild adventures through the passages and mountains of Alaska, British Columbia and Washington, and down the California coast to Mexico and beyond. So join us as we share an honest depiction of the cruiser's life, from fun in the sun to cold and stormy and everything in between. Thanks for tuning in to Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde and enjoy the episode. It has now been just shy of a month since we arrived back to Mexico, and both Kat and I are feeling very settled back into the cruiser's life. We've been treated to picture-perfect weather pretty much the whole time, and with no schedule to follow, we're keeping things very chill with just little hops around Bahía Concepción. After several days around Playa Santispac, we enjoyed a nice sail down to Playa Coyote where this episode begins. As usual, we didn't bother turning on the engine, which has now been silent for over a week. Pretty fun essentially going for day sails, just heading to a spot so close. It's really nice out here though, the flat calm, just nice breeze for us to sail with. Good morning. We're on shore at Playa Coyote, and the hike is at Playa El Burro, but we chose to anchor in Playa Coyote because it's a better anchorage. It's a pretty nice spot. The highway is right here, and so the cars aren't so bad, but the trucks are really loud. I even got woken up in the middle of the night, just like all these anchorages around here. But it is what it is. It's a beautiful spot when you drown out the noise anyways, so we're enjoying ourselves. So from Playa Coyote, it was about a 15-minute walk, 1 mile, along the road, which was not perfect, trucks zooming by, but you just take your time, sort of pull over as a pedestrian and get out of the way. And now we're just getting in the trail here to get some elevation and some exercise. When we say trail, this is what the trail is here. There's a bit of a path to follow, but it's very clearly an old road or something up higher up where you can see switchbacks from the ocean. And there's these white rocks to mark the route as well. More of a route than a trail at the moment, but we'll see. Hot. It's hot. So after a bit of route finding, we have found the old road, and there's a few of them kind of zigzag around. It's pretty easy to find your way once you've made a little bit of elevation up this hike. So if like us, you want to exercise from the boat, this is a good spot to do it here in Bahía Concepción, out of Playa Coyote or Playa El Burro.
It's hot. It's hot. It feels nice to move and to walk uphill. I like that a lot. But it's hot.
For the viewers out there, the forecast today was a high of about 80. So
that's it?
Yeah. So it is warm. But relative to the summertime here, it's quite pleasant. But yeah, getting some exercise in these temperatures is pretty toasty, especially with the rocks everywhere radiating the heat out. But we'll be back at the ocean swimming in no time.
Down, down, down. The flames. Oh gosh, got higher.
Shoop-a-doop-a-doop-goo-doo-goo. Okay, we're at the top of the hill here, and a nice little breeze kicking up. The daily northerly, it's right around noon every day. There's a southerly from around 10:30 till 11:30, kind of goes calm again, and then the northerly kicks up. And here it is.
yeah, it's cool to get this perspective of all the shallows and bays where we're at.
So the trail up here starts just there's a little carrot on the side of the road and a little gray rock just by the sign that says Playa el Burro. So that's a good way to start up this nice little hike we just did.
Well, that was a lovely walk. We made some friends. 2 couples from Alaska and the UK that met up, seems like a little while ago, and are on very big pedal bicycle expeditions. The couple from Alaska, they've been on the road and trails for 200 days. So yeah, really cool to meet people that are also out in the world adventuring and doing things and enjoying the journey. So that was nice. Buddy, hey, come back. Come back. Come here.
After 2 nights here at Playa Coyote, we are getting out of here. This chop has been coming in every afternoon. I think if you could tuck in right in the corner there, it'd be a bit better. And it wasn't that bad, but we're looking forward to moving along, and I'm gonna head up towards Santa Domingo and the top of Bahía Concepción as we stage ourselves for an incoming norte, and we're gonna get ourselves up to Punta Santa. So we're gonna sail off anchor as usual. We have not used the engine for like a week now, and it looks like we should have no problem continuing that trend right now. So let's go. During the winter in the Gulf of California, the prevailing winds are out of the north. Having so far this season only sailed west and south, this was our first time spending a day sailing to windward. It's incredible how much more hectic tacking upwind can feel when compared to those lazy downwind sailing days. A short while into our sail, we reefed down the main, which Kat and I are well practiced at and never hesitate to do. Our motto is if you think about reefing, do it. It's almost always easier to shake a reef if it turns out you don't need it, than to wait for things to get crazy to throw a reef in. A lovely sail still. There's shoals that come way out into the sea here, so we're watching out for those. It went from 30, 40 feet to like 15 in just a matter of 100 feet or so, so we tacked there. Yeah.
Upwind sailing, and we've been seeing from a distance 3 boats with sails out going downwind, and as
real rarity.
Yeah, real rarity around here. And as we got closer, there were little open hulled boats with multiple people on board, and got even closer and we saw it was the Knowles team out, which is so fun. I used to work for Outward Bound, so I definitely know of Knowles and adore them as a sister company too, and so yeah, we took some photos and hopefully we can get them to them.
What you got there, Cat Meow?
Popsicles!
Very nice sailing. We're close hauled and tacking, but the seas are really small. It's like only a foot chop or something, and it's been really steady. Got the first reef in. Probably could shake it, but I don't know. We're not in a rush. We're going 5 knots, 5.5 anyways. Oh, and they got popsicles there. There they are.
Popsicle! There you go.
Thanks.
I might need a spoon. I broke it.
Come on back. All right, coming on into Santa Domingo here under sail, and gonna sail on anchor as per protocol. Yeah. This is perfect right here. All right, we are super pleased to be back here. No more trucks going anymore, and it's just beautiful and peaceful. There's 4 Knowles boats anchored up here, and they're camping on shore. And then our buddy Chris is right behind us here. We saw him sail out of anchor just about 45 minutes or an hour before us. And I'm not sure if he's noticed that we're here yet, but we'll look forward to inviting him aboard for a beer. And yeah, very pleased to be back here. It's a beautiful spot, so we'll spend a couple days here and relax. Keep on relaxing, fishing, and working on videos for y'all.
There goes my man. Going to catch some meat. Hope he comes back with something.
Good morning from Santa Domingo. It's a pretty nice night until like 3 in the morning, and this little bit of a chop that remains came rolling in and woke me up and kept me up for a little bit. Wasn't too bad. It wasn't like jolting the boat, and occasionally the boat would point into it, and then it was fine. You didn't hardly feel it, but it was just enough to roll back and forth. And then sort of it almost felt like a joke. As soon as we were settling in for the evening, a couple commercial fish boats came and were working just outside the anchorage here. So I just heard this rumbling as we went to sleep. It was like, oh no, it's just the trucks have followed us, but in boat form. But of course there's no air braking, so it wasn't that loud. It was just this constant kind of rumble and occasional wake from them. But then they left at some point last night. So it's another beautiful sunny morning. There's not a cloud in the sky today. It's been really a nice stretch of just sunny weather after a bit of a somewhat cloudy stretch there. And we're just going to take it easy here at Santa Domingo, carry on taking care of boat chores, and do some hiking on shore as well. And I had a really good fishing night last night. I caught something like 5 barracuda. So they're not sought after fish, but they're just fine in fish tacos. So I kept catching them because they're hitting the lure before I even could let it out. It was like sometimes one of them was like 4 feet from the boat. Just grabbed the lure right away. So I might try to catch more of them this evening. I'll go out and look for them and catch a bunch more and fill the freezer up, because didn't have any backup of fish, so it'll be nice just to have that backed up. Yeah, good day so far.
Very nice walking along here at mid-tide right now, and it's just steady, stable rock, easy to walk on. Doing a bit of garbage cleanup as usual. We always try our best to pick up as much as we can, especially stuff like plastic that's gonna break down. We don't have access to a garbage for a little while, so like I'm gonna leave metal because it's not gonna pollute so much. But the plastic in the Baja sun here breaks down really fast, and then ends up being a whole bunch of micro plastics in the environment that are going to be there forever, for a really long time. So we left a bag back at the stop, but we're making little piles here, and we'll come back and collect them all a bit later. Look at all that. That's just from right here. And Cat found more garbage. Styrofoam. Fanta, more plastic. This one's melted. Oh, well, that's good. They're combining the garbage. So here's some garbage that has been in the environment for a long time. It's all just falling apart and crumbling into thousands of bits. Really don't have to go far from the main beach where lots of people go to find heaps of garbage. Because people are great and they do pick it up. So a lot of the well-visited places we don't actually find very much. But as soon as you go off the beaten track, you'll just find tons and tons of primarily drink containers. Feels like probably over 75% it's just drink containers everywhere. Pop, Coca-Cola, Fanta, that kind of thing. Another arroyo, another pile of trash. What is this? I don't really know what to do with this one. I'm not really sure what this is. A bunch of pool noodles and tarp. Kind of maybe a fish pen or something? I don't know.
Oh, a fish pop.
Ooh, sweet. I just wanted to show you what happens when the bottles just stay on the beach for, who knows, maybe a year, maybe a couple years. But try to pick it up and it just falls apart in your hand. So obviously that just breaks up into little tiny pieces and ends up in the environment. So as cruisers, as sailors, people in the environment, us using this environment, we should, whenever we possibly can, you know, pick this stuff up, because it's just going to end up breaking down and being in the environment.
This is pretty sweet. There's a coyote trail, like a very visible trail from all the coyotes walking the beach line.
Okay, so we're going to come back and get that garbage later. We'll bring some garbage bags. In the meantime, we're going to walk up into the desert and intercept a road that we know crosses through here. So I'm going to go look at the desert landscape now. We're always contemplating about what this place would look like during a tropical storm or thunderstorm, when these arroyos would fill up with water and rush down into the sea. I also think it'd be pretty neat to come down here in the summer, not by boat, but on land when there is a tropical storm coming, and just go somewhere where, you know, the infrastructure is good and you're not going to get stuck. To be able to see the water coming in through these arroyos would be so cool. I find that kind of thing really fascinating. Alright, we're back with our garbage bags now to collect our little piles that we've left throughout the beach, and finding more stuff as we go too.
Ho, ho, ho!
Ho ho ho! Holy garbage!
Holy garbage.
This was what we picked up on about not even a mile of beach right along here. It was mostly concentrated in the arroyos along the way. It kind of gets piled up. And Kat found another urchin nest.
No, I think the beach is like, thank you for cleaning me up. Here's a really cool beach treasure for you.
Ooh, boobies!
We went just a little ways down the beach to find some more wood so that we could have a fire for tonight. And I think we're gonna do just fine having a fire.
Awesome!
Max, watch out.
Oh, look at the...
Wow.
From the propel.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Max!
It's like wood.
Come here, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Kat?
Ew! That's a fire. It is so hot.
We got lots of water.
That is hot.
Yeah. We were joined for our first beach fire of the season by our new friend Chris and his sweet dog Max. It was a wonderful way to spend the second to last evening before a strong multi-day gale was forecast to move in. Thanks so much for watching Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde, and thanks to Chris for the extra footage. If you're enjoying these videos, please be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons, and leave a comment too. We really enjoy reading them and interacting with our viewers. If you love these videos, check out our Patreon page via the link in the video description below. There you can directly support the making of these videos while also getting access to exclusive additional Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde content. Bye for now!